Dolly Parton's story begins in the rugged heart of the Great Smoky Mountains, a place where poverty was a constant companion. Born on January 19, 1946, in a one-room cabin in Locust Ridge, Tennessee, she was the fourth of 12 children. Life was harsh. Her father, Robert Lee Parton, worked tirelessly in the fields yet barely made ends meet, while her mother, Avie Lee Parton, used music and love to nurture her children through extreme hardship. Dolly grew up in freezing winters, cramped spaces, and a world where scarcity defined every decision. But from this environment, resilience was born. The hardships that could have crushed a lesser spirit instead ignited a fire in Dolly, shaping her creativity, determination, and relentless pursuit of a dream that would one day reach beyond the mountains she called home. Childhood of humility and hardship. Growing up, Dolly was acutely aware of her family's poverty. She wore homemade dresses patched together from rags, shoes with holes in the toes, and endured the humiliation of classmates who mocked her appearance and background. The emotional scars from such ridicule ran deep, yet they also instilled in her a profound sense of empathy and observation. Music became a sanctuary, a language of hope and expression beyond her limited material world. Her mother's songs and her grandfather's gospel hymns created a foundation for her voice and spirit. By the age of 7, she was already writing songs, and by 10, performing on local radio stations. Even as she struggled with hunger and shame, the creative spark inside Dolly grew brighter, fueled by the belief that her voice could someday change her life. A young dreamer in Nashville. At 18, Dolly packed her few belongings, hugged her mother goodbye, and boarded a Greyhound bus to Nashville with $20 and her guitar. She entered the city full of hope, convinced her talent alone would carry her forward. But Nashville was unforgiving, filled with thousands of aspiring musicians facing constant rejection. Dolly lived in a roach-infested apartment, survived on stolen condiments and crackers, and endured a relentless cycle of closed doors and harsh criticism. Executives dismissed her high-pitched voice, her mountain accent, and her image, calling her too country for country music. Each rejection mirrored the early wounds of her childhood, testing her resilience. Yet Dolly's determination never faltered. She refused to let poverty or disdain define her future. Her spirit, honed by hardship, became her most valuable tool. Early rejections and first break. Despite the constant rejection, Dolly continued to perform, write, and persist. She took odd jobs, sang demos for other artists, and devoted herself to perfecting her craft. In 1966, a small breakthrough came when Monument Records offered her a contract. Though restrictive and low-paying, it represented a foot in the door. Her first single, Dumb Blonde, released in 1967, climbed the charts and offered the world a glimpse of her talent. Yet success brought its own challenges. Monument Records sought to shape her into a marketable image, stripping away the authenticity that defined her. Dolly faced financial strain, limited creative control, and the loneliness of a young woman fighting for recognition in a cutthroat industry. The challenges were immense, but they only strengthened her resolve to claim her voice. Partnership and control. Dolly's career took a pivotal turn when she met Porter Wagoner, a well-known country star with a syndicated television show. In 1967, he offered Dolly a co-host spot, giving her national exposure and a steady paycheck. While this partnership launched her career, it also became a source of creative frustration. Porter exercised strict control over her performances, song choices, and career decisions. Dolly's talent was evident, but her artistic freedom was constrained. The mentorship that had once seemed like salvation gradually became suffocating. She was treated as an extension of Porter's brand rather than a fully realized artist. The dynamic forced Dolly to navigate the complexities of gratitude, loyalty, and self-determination, shaping her resilience and her ability to fight for her creative independence. The struggle for independence. For 7 years, Dolly endured the tension of working under Porter's control. She smiled for cameras, performed on stage, and hid the pain behind her polished persona. Yet, behind the rhinestones and glamour, she continued writing songs that expressed her true voice. One song, I Will Always Love You, became a pivotal tool for reclaiming her independence. In 1974, Dolly summoned the courage to leave Porter's control, performing the song for him as both a farewell and a declaration of autonomy. The act required immense bravery and financial sacrifice, as she had to buy out her contract. This chapter of her life reflects the delicate balance between gratitude and self-liberation, showing how Dolly fought to reclaim both her career and her personal integrity. Expanding influence and business acumen beyond music, Dolly displayed remarkable business acumen. She launched her own production company, taking control of her masters, music, and image, a pioneering move for female artists in her era. This independence allowed her to profit directly from her creativity, paving the way for long-term financial security and influence. Her vision extended further with the creation of Dollywood in 1986, a theme park in Tennessee that celebrated her roots and gave back to her community. Dollywood wasn't just a business. It was a tangible connection to her upbringing, an extension of her story, and a symbol of hope for those who started with nothing. Dolly's blend of artistry and entrepreneurship redefined what it meant to be a self-made entertainer. Triumph amid sacrifice. Dolly's journey was marked by relentless work and personal sacrifice. The demands of recording, touring, promoting, and managing business ventures often came at the cost of health, privacy, and mental well-being. Yet, she continued, driven by a desire to prove her worth and preserve her autonomy. The scars of childhood poverty, years of rejection, and early professional struggles remained, influencing her approach to life and art. Through all of it, Dolly maintained a remarkable capacity for empathy, humor, and generosity. Her ability to transform personal pain into creative expression and connection with others illustrates her resilience and enduring humanity, demonstrating that true greatness often comes with great cost. Legacy of resilience. Today, Dolly Parton is recognized as one of the most influential and beloved figures in American culture. Her music, business ventures, and philanthropy reflect a life lived with courage, creativity, and unwavering determination. She transformed every obstacle into a stepping stone, proving that talent, grit, and self-belief can overcome the harshest beginnings. Dolly's story is not just about fame or fortune. It is a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure, adapt, and thrive. From a one-room cabin in the Smoky Mountains to global stardom, she has created an empire built on authenticity, compassion, and the relentless pursuit of dreams that once seemed impossible. A woman who fought for freedom. Dolly Parton's life is a narrative of persistence, courage, and self-liberation. She rose from the grips of poverty, battled professional exploitation, and confronted personal doubts to become a global icon. Her story shows that true artistry requires both talent and the courage to claim one's voice, even in the face of control and suppression. By fighting for her freedom, creative, personal, and professional, she has inspired generations to pursue dreams with integrity and passion. Dolly's journey underscores the profound truth that achieving greatness is not simply about success, but about overcoming adversity while staying true to oneself. Her legacy continues to shine as a symbol of resilience, empowerment, and unwavering authenticity.